Yes, last year GDP contracted in Ukraine by 29% due to the war effects, but this year we are able to start the recovery of the economy, and in July we expected that GDP will grow by 2.9% this year, but it seems that the economy is even more resilient and continues to surprise positively. Despite the worsening of the outlook for the duration and intensity of the war. So most probably in next 2 weeks, we will update our macroeconomic forecast and we will revise the figures for the GDP growth upwards.
الأرقام التضخم أيضا على يبدو فيها تحسن كما ذكرت لي من بعد التراجع القوي اللي صار. هناك استخدام لما يسمى بسياسة نقدية وسياسة مالية. أعطينا أهم المحركات اللي استطعتم بها أن ترفعوا النمو الاقتصاد وتقللوا من التضخم، وأعطينا أرقام التضخم المتوقعة لهذا العام.
One of the most important factors which contributed to this recovery and the resilience of Ukrainian economy was international support. This year we already received from the foreign partners almost $34 billion in the form of loans and grants, and that helped us to avoid the monetary financing of the budget, which was the important part of our macroeconomic management toolkit last year. Also, I would highlight the high adaptivity of the Ukrainian businesses and the households to this new reality, to this wartime economy. Also, the weather conditions help us a lot because it seems that the harvest of many agricultural products, including the grain, sunflower seeds, vegetables and fruits, will be much higher this year compared with the previous one, and definitely this outperforms the expectations. All these factors, macroeconomic stability and international support and good harvest, helped us a lot in bringing inflation down to 7.1% in September, and we expect that this year, by the end of this year, inflation will remain on this I would say quite low level, taking into account the environment in which we conduct our monetary policy.
معروف طبعا أن الاقتصاد الأوكراني هو اقتصاد معتمد على التصدير، وبالفترة الأخيرة بالتأكيد احنا شفنا انتهاء العمل باتفاقية الحبوب، الحظر اللي تم وضعه على الحبوب الأوكرانية من قبل بعض الدول المجاورة. كيف تتعاملون مع الموضوع؟ وما هي الطرق الجديدة البديلة التي وجدتموها لتصدير هذه المنتجات الزراعية؟
Yes, before the full-scale invasion by Russia, so Ukraine was one of the largest exporters of grain and sunflower seeds and sunflower oil to the global markets. Unfortunately, the war complicated a lot our logistics. So some relief was provided by this grain deal which was covered by Turkey and United Nations, and which was functional from August last year to July this year. But unfortunately, due to the threats from Russia, so it's not functional anymore. Meanwhile, we started to develop the alternative routes to export the agricultural products to the global markets. So we expanded the railway and automotive routes via European countries. We also developed the capacities on the Danube River. So far, and also just recently, we started to export agricultural products by Black Sea using the routes which are defended by our military forces from the Russian warships. In general, it seems that nowadays we are able to use something like 60-70% of the capacity for export which we used to have before this full-scale Russian invasion of Ukraine.
عظيم. سؤال آخر، احنا بنعرف يعني كما ذكرت بأنه جزء من التغطية اللي عم بتصير للميزانية العامة هي عن طريق المساعدات الخارجية، واليوم هناك قلق حول أي تغير في المشهد السياسي في الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية، والتصريحات الأخيرة اللي بتقول بأنه المساعدات لأوكرانيا بدأت تنتهي إذا لم يقم الكونغرس الأمريكي بالموافقة على مساعدات جديدة. هل الأمر هذا يقلقكم وبيخليكم تحسوا بأنه قد يكون هناك ضعف في الميزانية وفي عجز الميزانية؟
Yeah, definitely. American support is very important for us. That is one of the largest donors to Ukraine, together with European Union. And this delay in support due to this mess in the Congress. Is a lot of worries us a lot. What we hear from our partners, from the authorities in the US, that they are going to support us as long as needed. But definitely it has to be, the political situation has to be resolved in the US in order to operationalize this support. We hope that it will be rather sooner than later, because definitely for us it is important to get this support to be resistant to the Russian aggression.
مع التصعيد اللي صاير في إسرائيل، هل تعتقد بأنه الأولوية الأمريكية اليوم ستكون لإسرائيل على حساب أوكرانيا؟
I'm not a big expert in the political life in the US, and I don't think, and it's difficult for me to judge what are the priorities for the US. But definitely here and before, so we heard a lot of words of the support from the American state, and we definitely rely on their help in order to withstand in this war. And again, so that's very important for us in order to bring the peace to our country.
هل تم مناقشة هذه المواضيع مع صندوق النقد والبنك الدولي، اللي بالتأكيد كل منهما ساعد أوكرانيا بشكل كبير، ونحن بانتظار المراجعة الثانية لصندوق القرض وصندوق النقد؟ هل هناك بت فيه بأي وقت قريب؟
Sure, that was a strong emphasis on this issue of the financial assistance from our partners. Actually, the program we have with the IMF is quite unique, because it has two components. The first one is quite standard. That is the commitment of the debtor of Ukraine, which received the loans and have to fulfill its commitments. But there is also another part of this program, that are the financial assurances from our international partners, which actually made this program alive. And it seems that currently, for the second review, we have a good progress in meeting our commitments. But at the same time, we have this balance of risks switching or tilted to the side of these financial commitments from our partners.
نقطة أخيرة، سعر الصرف. تم التغيير من سعر صرف ثابت إلى مانجد يسمى، وهناك توقعات بتحرير أكثر لسعر الصرف. أعطينا التفاصيل، وشو هو يعني الهدف الرئيسي والنهائي لهذا التحرك؟
Thank you very much for this question. That is the important element of our macroeconomic policy toolkit. In the first day of the full-scale invasion, we fixed our exchange rate and used it as our main nominal anchor for managing inflation and exchange rate expectations. But from our previous experience and from international experience, we know very well that maintaining the fixed exchange rate for a long period of time leads to the accumulation of the macroeconomic mismatch and may increase the probability of the currency crisis. That's why we started the preparation together with the IMF team, and just last week, in the beginning of the last week, implemented the first step, moving from the fixed exchange rate to the managed flexibility of the exchange rate. And I would say that the first stage of this transition went very smoothly. We are very happy with the results, and we are going to continue to expand the volatility of the exchange rate in order to make the economy more adjustable for changes in the external and internal environment.
Thank you very much.